name's Jaron. I'm happy to say that Brian is my oldest and very dear friend. We've been close ever since we met in Mrs. Ng's kindergarten class.
Oh, I love that.
Growing up, I spent a lot of time at Terry and Richie's house. They were a second family to me. Brian and I did everything together, from Little League and Monopoly in elementary school, to hours of basketball and video games in middle school, to partying and cruising with the windows down to slow jams in Brian's late 80s Honda Civic in high school.
Wow.
Accord.
In college, it was an Accord. In college, we stayed close, spoke often, went to bars on Bell Boulevard in the summers where they didn't care if we were underage. After college, before moving to LA, we had some great times in Manhattan, where Brian fearlessly always managed to start conversations with groups of women. He and I always seen each other through everything: relationships, careers, good times and bad. I can always count on him. The thing about Brian is that in the 32 years I've known him, his character and some of the traits that define him have always stayed constant. The first one of those things is what I like to call organized chaos. For those of you who ever saw his room growing up, his dorm room, his apartment or office, you know what I'm talking about. When I say Brian's space always looks like it's been hit by a hurricane of newspapers, magazines, and printouts. He consumes information like no one else, even multiple sources simultaneously. However, he always knows somehow and has a system. If he needs to find something, he generally knows which pile of papers to go to, or at least I think he does. Laura, the house is beautiful, but good luck. Organize his office. Not gonna happen. Next is that Brian has always been a serious competitor. No matter what the subject matter or sport was, he could usually beat you at it. I have fond memories of races in Brian's backyard, ping pong battles in his basement, and playing Tetris on Nintendo, all of which I lost. As he got older, he used his edge to become an award-winning long-distance runner in high school, appeared on Team Jeopardy, and attended Harvard. Most recently, this drive has propelled Brian to become a successful and talented businessman who's respected by his colleagues and peers throughout the industry. Finally, Brian is unwaveringly loyal. You look around the room both tonight and tomorrow, you'll see that I'm not his only friend that he's known for 20 plus years. Brian forges significant and wonderful relationships with people. No matter what your background is, where you come from, or what stage of life you're in, once you've been let into his circle, he'll always have your back. So, when Brian spoke at my wedding, he brought out my teddy bear from when I was a kid to incorporate into his speech. While brainstorming for what I was going to say tonight, I tried to think back and remember what Brian used to cuddle when he was a little boy. So ultimately, I couldn't remember and figured it wasn't important because he now is the best thing to give him love and companionship at night. Just Laura Crane.
Cute.
So while much of my words have been about Brian in the past, what's most important is what lies ahead. Let's all raise our glasses to what I know will be a wonderful future for Brian and Laura. And cheers. Wishing you both all good things, love, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jaron.